Hello, I'm Christian O'Mara, and today we're going to be talking about greatest common factor and distributive property and how to combine them to find the sum of an equation. So to get started, we are going to do a brief review of our greatest common factor. You should know how to do this from the last video, but I'm going to go over it briefly. So I'm going to pick two numbers. Let's just say 60, and let's also say 40. So 60 and 40. So we're gonna do a factor tree, and this can be written as 30 and 2. 30 can be written as 15 and 2. And then the 15 as 5 and 3. And we're gonna circle the primes. 40, that is 20 and 2. 2 is a prime, and then the 20 can be written as 10 and 2. 2 is again a prime. Then 10 as 5 and 2. 2 is a prime, 5 is a prime, and then we're gonna write these out. So let me choose a different color here. Okay, so 60 is equal to 5, 3, 2, and 2. And then 40 is 5, 2, 2, and 2. So now that we have these, we want to find pairs in them. So there's a pair of 2's right here, another pair of 2's right here, and there's a pair of 5's. You want to write the pairs out. 5, 2, and 2. You're going to multiply them together. And then that is the greatest common factor of these two. It is 20. So now that we did a review over greatest common factor, we are going to review over distributive property. So this is a very simple property to learn. And what it is, it's just multiplying the outside number. So in the first example, it is 2. Multiplying that by the inside numbers. So 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. Then 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. And you are just going to add these together. And that is 14. And then the 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 6 is 30. Add them together, that is 35. And also an alternative way to do this, I'm going to show in this example, is add the two numbers in the center together, or in the parentheses together. And that's 10. And then you just multiply that by 3. And that's equal to 30. So now it's to combine these two. So finding the sum with greatest common factor. So say that there's a math problem that you have on your test, homework, quiz, whatever, and it wants you to find the sum of two large numbers that you just don't know the sum of. It doesn't have to be large numbers, but just two numbers that you don't know the sum of. What you can do is you can use the greatest common factor to find out the sum. So we're going to do 60 and 40 because that's the example that I used at the beginning. So 60 plus 40. And then you probably know that this is 100, but say that you just don't know what it is. So it's like a formula that you can use to find the sum of it using the greatest common factor. So it's going to be the greatest common factor, and then blank plus blank. So we know that the greatest common factor is 20. So we're going to write down the 20. Now for the first blank. You want to put in whatever 20 times what is 60. So it's 20 times 3 is 60. That plus whatever 20 times what is 40. So it's 20 times 2 is 40. So it's 20 multiplied by 3 plus 2. So instead of distributing this, we can do what we used in the very last example of the last slide. And we can add the two numbers in the parentheses together, which would be 5. That times 20, which is equal to 100, which is the answer to this up here. And I'm going to do another example of this. So let's choose two numbers. Let's do 54. And let's also do 56. So you want to make a factor tree. It's 2. This is 27. Oh, 2 is a prime. This is 9 and 3. 3 is a prime. And then 3 and 3, which are both primes. And then 56, we could do 2 and 28. Circle this. It's going to be 7 and 4. Circle the 7 because that's a prime. And then 2 and 2 for 4, both primes. So it helps to write out the prime factorization of both of these. So 54, that is equal to 2, 3, 3, and 3 again. And then 56, that is equal to 2, 2, 2, and 7. So now that you want to find the pairs, there's a pair of 2's right here, and that's the only pair. So the greatest common factor, that is 2. So now to add these two together. So the greatest, well, let me write down the numbers again. It's going to be, and it's not letting me write for some reason, hold on. There we go. So it's going to be 54 plus 56. We don't know what that equals. So the greatest common factor, which was 2. And then parentheses, you want to put 2 times what equals 54. So 2 times 27 equals 54. Plus 2 times what equals 56. So that's going to be 28. Now this is still a pretty large number to add together, but 27 plus 28, so you can write this as, so 25 plus 25 is 50, and then left over 2, so 52, and then left over 3, so 55. So it's going to be 2 times 55, and this is simple, that is 110, which is the answer to this.